Today, I'm going to be showing you how you can build an AI voice agent for garages in less than 10 minutes. So for this agent, we're going to be building everything through Vapi AI. So if you haven't used Vapi before, you want to sign up and create an account. It's really easy, but everything is going to be through Vapi. So we're going to create our prompts on there and all the tools that we're going to be using. Now, before we get into building this step by step, I'm going to run the AI voice agent and show you what this looks like when we've got it up and working properly. So what this agent is going to do is we're going to go back and forth with the AI receptionist that's going to act on the garage's behalf. And when I want to book in a certain service for a certain time, it's going to book that into our Google calendars. So I'm going to run this AI voice agent now, and I'm going to pop up the Google calendar, and we're going to see it live in action, booking in services, MOTs, things of that nature. Okay, so let's run this voice agent now, see what it looks like.
Hey, this is Tom. I am GearShift Garage's receptionist. How can I help?
Yeah, I'm looking to put in an MOT for tomorrow, please.
Got it. An MOT. When were you thinking of bringing your car in tomorrow? Morning or afternoon?
I'm a little bit busy in the afternoon. I think the morning would be good. If you got 9 a.m. available?
Sure, let me check that for you. Just a moment. Unfortunately, 9 a.m. is unavailable. Let me check for some other free spaces we have in the morning. Just a moment. I have availability at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Would that work for you?
Yeah, go on. I think 11 a.m. should be fine. How long is the MOT?
Great. The MOT takes about an hour. Now, can I get your name, please?
Yeah, sure. It is Tom.
Thanks, Tom. Could you also let me know the year and make of your car?
Yeah, it's a 2008 VW Golf.
Perfect. Is there anything specific you'd like the mechanic to know or check during the MOT?
Nah, there's nothing really to mention, to be honest. Just a basic MOT I need.
Perfect. I booked you in for an MOT tomorrow at 11 a.m. for your 2008 VW Golf. We'll see you then. Thanks for calling GearShift Garage.
Perfect. Just a quick question. How much is an MOT?
The MOT costs 50s. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, feel free to ask.
Okay, cool. That's perfect. I'll see you tomorrow.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. for your MOT. Thanks for calling GearShift Garage and have a good day.
Cheers. Bye bye. Okay, there you go. So that is the voice agent in action. So now we're going to dive into how we build this. So we're going to make out the prompts and both the tools that we're going to be using in this build. So getting into the prompt first, I'm going to open this up here. It's a pretty medium-sized prompt as prompts go, but we're going to go through each section in the prompt here and why we've got them in. So the first part here is basically just introducing to the agent who it is and what its role is. And there's an important part here which says that the current time is now. So Vapi has a few variables built into its system, and one of the variables is called now. And it's basically just the date and time that we are currently at. This is important because if the agent doesn't know what date and time it is, if the customer says something like tomorrow or next Monday, it can just hallucinate and make these dates up. So it's really important that you have this in. Now, the next part is the call flow, and this is important because it helps structure the conversation and make sure that the agent doesn't just blur out all information at once. So it doesn't ask for a name, a make, a time, all these things all at once, which can be a bit overwhelming for a customer. So this is important to have so it structures the conversation well. Now, the next part is just the services that we offer. So I've only got 4 in here, just an MOT, a basic service, a comprehensive service, and oil change. Obviously, in reality, you want to add a load of different services here that a garage may have. Now, the next part is just some alternative words that might be used for these services. And then our next part is how we want to instruct the agent to go back and forth with a customer when they're sorting out time. Then there's just a small section here on the time zone rules. So letting them know that we're in a UK time. Obviously, you need to adjust this for your time zone. And again, referring to the current time that we have. Okay, now we've just got a few steps on when we're using our tool. So like we'll get into in a second, we've got 2 tools. One is to check our Google Calendar for availability, and the other tool is to actually make bookings into our Google Calendar. So this part is basically instructing how we use that checking availability tool. Then this part is the detail collection here, so details that we're going to want from the customer, so the name, the car year, and the make, the time they want, etc. And then how we basically want to put this into our Google Calendar. So as you see here, we've got a service, a customer name, car, year, and make. So that's how it's going to book into our Google Calendar. So if I just hop on here, you can see that from the call that we just had, this is how it's booked into our Google Calendar. Obviously, you can adjust this however you want to book in. Okay, and now this is for the other tool, which is our Google Calendar tool. And it's basically giving information on how to name the title, what start and end times to put in, the time zone, etc. And now these final parts are basically just to handle any edge cases. So we've got an error handling part, a conversation style rules, and a final confirmation example. Now, if you want to get a hold of this prompt, make sure you like, subscribe, and fill in the form in the description, and I'll be sure to send this over to you. Okay, now for our tools, we want to scroll down and then we're going to want to add a couple of tools like I mentioned. So one is to create bookings and one's to check availability in our Google Calendar. So to do that, we need to connect to our Google Calendar first. So you want to hit the More tab here and then go to Integrations. And then you want to scroll down to where it has two tool providers. Click on Google Calendar and then make sure to integrate your Google Calendar to Vapi. Okay, so once you've connected your Google Calendar up, we're now going to want to create both our tools that we want to add in. So we're going to do our first one, which is going to be our checking availability tool here. And then we're going to create our other one, which is create the booking. So you want to go to create tool, and then go to Google Calendar here, and then click on check availability. Cool. And then once this is loaded up, you just want to put in a tool name. Whatever name you put in here, just make sure to put that same name in the prompt so the Vapi AI voice agent knows when to call the right tool. Then just add a small description in here. Then we'll put in our calendar ID, which we're going to come to in a sec, and our time zone. Obviously, we want to adjust this wherever time zone you're in. I'm in London, so this is going to be Europe, London for me. But if you're in the US, Australia, whatever, make sure to put in the correct time zone for you. Okay, so to get our calendar ID here, what we want to do is we want to go over to Google Calendars to be able to find this. So you want to go over to Google Calendar space here. Obviously, you're going to need to create the calendar that you want to use for this workflow first. And then once you've done that, you want to hit the three dots on the side and then go to settings and sharing. And you want to scroll down and hit integrate calendar. And you're going to scroll down and you're going to find a part which says integrate calendar here. And then you have your calendar ID. I've obviously just cropped it out, but just below this is the calendar ID that you're going to have for your garage. I'm going to copy that over and then go back to Vapi. Paste that into here. And then once you've done that, you can literally just hit save, and that is your first Google Calendar tool done. For our next one, it's going to be the same thing. So we're going to go to Google Calendar here, and then we're going to hit create event this time. And now again, you want to put a name in here and make sure to correctly reference this in your prompt, a small description, and then we're going to put a Google Calendar ID in here. So I've just left it empty for now, or this is the kind of placeholder I've just put in, but obviously you want to put your actual calendar ID in here. And then the correct time zone for you. And then once again, hit save. Once you've done that, we want to go back to our assistant, scroll all the way down to tools. And then you want to hit the drop down menu here and click both those tools that we've just added in. If you've added these in here, Vapi is going to be able to reference these tools and call on your Google Calendar when it needs to check availability or create a customer booking. That is pretty much everything we need. We've got our prompt here and we've got our two tools that we've added. Obviously, there's other settings you can play around with, like the provider and the model. You maybe want to try out the Gemini Google 2.5 model because it's a good combination between speed and accuracy, but obviously that's all up to you. That's the whole build done. Hopefully you can build this really quickly and sell this off to garages. If you found this useful, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If you're a business or a garage and you want this for you specifically, go to the website in the description to get in contact with me and we can sort this out for your business. That's all for me, and I'm going to catch you in the next video.